A woman should soften but not weaken a man. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. We are threatened with suffering from three directions: from our body, which is doomed to decay, from the external world, which may rage against us with overwhelming and merciless force of destruction, and finally, from our relations with other men. This last source is perhaps more painful to use than any other. Illusions commend themselves to us because they save us pain and allow us to enjoy pleasure instead. We must therefore accept it without complaint when they sometimes collide with a bit of reality against which they are dashed to pieces. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. America is a mistake, a giant mistake. We are never so vulnerable as when we love, and never so hopelessly unhappy as when we lost the object of our love. Humans' intrinsic nature manifests in its misunderstandings. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what a woman wants. Who lacks sex speaks about sex. Hungry talks about food. A person who has no money about money. And our oligarchs and bankers talk about morality. One must be humble. One must keep personal preferences and antipathies in the background if one wishes to discover the realities of the world. It is an honor to have plenty of enemies. We are never so vulnerable as when we love. I have found little that is good about human beings on the whole. In my experience, most of them are trash, no matter whether they publicly subscribe to this or that ethical doctrine or to none at all. When people criticize me, I know how to defend myself, but I am powerless in the face of praise. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. Love and necessity have become the parents of human civilization. I am not really a man of science, not an observer, not an experimenter, and not a thinker. I am by temperament nothing but a conquistador, with the curiosity, the boldness, and the tenacity that belong to that type of person.